Hello, freak bitches.
And they were asking,
much.
and essentially, Democratic Party was going, "Come on, America! Like,
Let's vote a woman in. Come
yeah,
on.
like we just had the black president. That was amazing.
Right.
Let's have a woman president." And I think if they'd gone with almost any other candidate that didn't have as much baggage, it'd be a different story. But they were asking you to like somebody who I didn't have an issue with, but a lot of people have got a big issue with.
If she was a man, it would be a giant problem. But we gave
In what
her.
way? What do you mean?
Well, if she had all those problems, if she, all the
email
campaign,
server and shit
all
like
the
that?
all those shit. I mean,
I don't know.
look,
We saw a guy with a lot of problems, and he seemed
but
to
I'm
squeak
saying,
through.
but I'm saying, if she was a man and she was up against Trump and she had all those problems,
Oh, I
she
see
would
what
be
you're saying.
crushed. She would
Yeah.
have no chance.
Yeah.
But because she was a woman.
Oh, you think she got further because of
Oh,
that?
100%,
And
man. There was a
legacy,
lot of
Clinton
people that were,
legacy as well.
they wanted to make history. They wanted to make history because, look, from a social standpoint, Barack Obama was very important because here was a super articulate guy who's really calm, and he has a very even presence about him always. You never see him riled up. You never see him crazy. Even like he gets heckled. Did you see that thing where the Trump supporter was heckling him and he handled it with grace? He's just a graceful guy. That's like probably the best way to describe him. Like that was important for the country because that represented like, wow, hey, here's this black guy who's super articulate and so calm and so like the way he expresses himself is so perfect for a president, so presidential. Like what a perfect example for our country. This is us. And then I think a lot of people felt like Hillary Clinton would be another one of those things. Like, look, we can have a woman running things. We're not sexist. Like, look, we are a really articulate, incredibly well-experienced woman who's been in business for a long time with the government. She's deep inside the machine.
Public service since she was a teenager.
Yes. But it was just too much. It was just too much shit for people. But I think if that was a man and she had all those same problems, it was a man and tied to some foundation that was getting all these people that eventually got arms deals and they donated and they were all part of this weird sort of incestuous political world, a man would be skewered with that same record because Trump was running as an outsider. What he had going against him is he's boorish and he says ridiculous shit, and they could point to that recording of him talking about grabbing pussies, and they're like look what we have here, like that was like the big thing against him. But at least to these people that hate the system, he was an outsider. If she was a man, she would have represented even more of an insider, I think to a lot of people. I think her actions and what she's done in the past versus her as a woman, there was like sort of a situation there. Because like, you ever see the video where she was talking about Gaddafi being killed?
No.
It's crazy video, man, because she's joking around. It's before they interview her, and she goes,
It's like before the official interview starts, like she makes a crack about something?
She had just found out that Gaddafi had been killed, and she was like laughing about it. She goes, we came, we saw, he died. Ha, ha, ha. And she throws her head back, and she's laughing.
She was kind of hawkish.
Whoa, she was hawkish. If that was a guy, if a guy did that, he would have been thought to be a fucking serial killer, a sociopath, right?
Probably.
If a guy did that, like say if Joe Biden, like we came, we saw, he died. People would be like, do you want that guy in charge of the fucking nukes? But we let her go. We'll give her a pass. There's a lot of stuff that she's done where people give her a pass.
They put a more interesting cat in charge of the nukes.
There should be no president. This is what I say. Everybody's like, well, who would you think should be the president if you have a problem with Trump or if you have a problem? No human being should be in control of 350 million human beings.
Explain.
It's a preposterous job.
Explain.
There's way too many of us. It's
So then
impossible.
how would it be done?
We don't have to do it this way. We're
No
only doing it
doubt,
this
no
way because
doubt.
we've
But
always
what's
done it
the
this way.
idea?
I don't have one. But we can't have an alpha chimp.
Let's figure it out right here. We're smart.
The internet.
What about
Education, the internet, mind reading.
Well, essentially, does it come down to what was that movie with the girl who shoots bows and arrows and shit?
Hunger Games?
Hunger Games. Can we district the country and then there are heads of district or same thing?
We'll go to war with each other.
You're absolutely
Can't do
right.
that.
All right, so that's gone. This is a think tank, kids. This is how it happens.
This
You
is
gotta
like even
throw out every
states-
idea to get there. That
Even
was one.
states are problematic.
So then what
Because
is...
people are like, fuck Utah, this is Texas, son.
That's
Like,
true.
ah,
that
shit.
exists. I grew up in New Jersey, and New York hated
Yeah,
us. And
fucking everybody hates everybody.
We
You hated Boston.
Pennsylvania.
Oh, yeah. You hated Pennsylvania. New York hated Boston. Connecticut got a pass.
Okay, so
Connecticut
states...
was like some little kid with a limp. Like, don't pick on him.
Well, so Connecticut doesn't get mentioned in the tri-state area. Whenever they did commercials, it would be like New York, New Jersey, Pennsylvania.
Exactly.
I didn't know. I thought Connecticut was New Hampshire
It's a
until
highway.
years and years later.
Connecticut is a highway. It's a highway between Boston and New York.
Spoken like a poet. Connecticut's a highway. Everyone in Connecticut's like, fuck you.
They are like, fuck you. But you know what I'm talking about, bitch. Bitch, you know I'm right.
All right, wait. No states, because we'd war with each other.
Yeah.
Can you... Somebody has to govern, no? They have to be police and shit like that.
I think the best way to probably handle it is let every human being have a say. Every human being that's of adult age. And I think registering to vote should be just as fucking easy as getting an email. It should be just as easy as doing everything else that you do online. You got a Twitter handle, you should be able to vote. You should be able to use your ID, like whoever you are, whatever your name is, call yourself whoever the fuck you want. That is one individual vote. That's what I think. And I think as long as we can figure out how to make that system pure, where people can't hack into it, you can't log in from 15 different computers. If you have a fucking birth certificate and your birth certificate aligns with this number and that's this and this is you, as long as they can figure out how to make it so people don't hack into it, everybody who's an adult should be allowed to vote.
What are we voting for, though? What are we
people that have
voting
gone
for?
to jail. I think people that have gone to jail. The idea that someone goes to jail for 4 years and now they can't vote for the rest of their life, I think that's
Seems
fucking
strange.
crazy too.
Yeah.
That's ridiculous.
Especially you pay your debt to society
Yeah.
back, and you should be able to re-enter society. And be in society.
Exactly. You tell me you can't be a 20-year-old and do something stupid and rob somebody or something, and then I'm supposed to think of you a certain way for the rest of your life. You're 80 now. You robbed somebody when you were 20. That's still you?
You're a dangerous man talking about tearing down institutions.
But the institutions are a problem no matter what.
I agree.
They're always a problem. I think the real issue is government, right? Governing us. So the real issue is what everybody wants is safety, security, protection, and unity. That's what everybody wants. All the other stuff, in terms of like restrictions on your behavior, we have to just figure it out, cut it down the middle between hurts other people and hurts yourself. And hurts yourself, you're on your own. Just like you're on your own with rock climbing, just like you're on your own with bungee jumping.
So wait, give me an example of
BMX
hurt yourself,
riding,
like doing
drugs.
heroin, doing it.
You're
exactly.
on your own.
It's a hobby. It's a
You're
choice.
on your own.
In high school, they'd call it an elective.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How come you could just go to the roof and jump off, but you can't do heroin? Like, no one will stop you. You can go to your roof and practice backflips.
You're making so
off
much
your
sense.
fucking
I'm
roof.
ready to boot, dude. I'm ready to fucking jack a needle in my 12 gauge it right now.
When you have people
2 tickets to paradise.
telling other people what to do, you've got a tyranny.
Yeah.
You got a fucking problem. Even if they sort of can get away with it because it's written down on paper, did you agree to it? No. You weren't. Nobody asked you about like child labor laws. You've never. No one's pulled you aside.
I haven't had a say in that for years since I was a child.
No one's pulled you aside and decided. Well, you've decided with them how old you should be when you drink.
Right.
No, it's all been done. It's all. Most people don't have a say. It's all written down somewhere, and the amount of people that vote versus the amount of people that are affected by that vote completely disproportionate. It's really weird, man. It's really weird. We have a ton of systems that are set up completely to do 2 things. 1, to control people, and 2, to ensure the survival of these systems. And that's what bureaucracy is. That's a giant problem with government. Like the DEA. The DEA wants so badly to keep arresting people for marijuana because if they don't have jobs.
Just gonna light up. I'm like, I better not light
That's
up right now.
perfect timing again. Dude, you and I are in sync.
What do you mean? Why?
Because they have jobs. Their jobs are going to go away.
There's plenty of other drugs. You don't have
Dude,
to go
there's
with the weed.
so little. 46% of all arrests, they said, what was the number? More people are arrested today or have been arrested today for marijuana than all other arrests combined.
You see me smoking, man. You want me watching the door for the
I'm
next
freaking out too,
hour
man.
where I'm like,
Jesus
what is that?
Christ,
I heard a noise.
What are you doing?
But we
Just-
live in the correct state, right?
Yeah, right now.
Tell me I'm right.
Well, we live in several
If
correct
you're going to
states.
scare me, then throw me a dick tickle a little bit. Like, tell me everything's going to be okay. Mm-hmm. Okay.
We're here, Washington State, Oregon,
With the West Coast,
Washington, D.C.
one large smoking section.
Washington, D.C. and Boston now, Massachusetts.
And
my state.
Florida is medical, not legal.
Yeah, a bunch of medical.
Huge step, though, for Florida.
What are the other legal states? Alaska? Alaska's legal. Fuck yeah, Alaska.
So,
Our gangsters to the north.
do you believe the...
I love Alaska.
Do you believe the theory that as goes California, so goes the union? Like, for years they said, if California goes legal, there you go.
That's interesting. I think there's going to be states that resist it still. There's guys like that Jeff Sessions guy who's coming into office with Trump, who could be an issue, but I don't think he will be because I think Trump is
A business person.
yeah, he's a business person. He's not just a business person. He's a populist, right? He's gonna want people to like him, and and it doesn't make sense. It's not a logical move,
Well,
as weird as he is, he's not illogical. Like Hillary Clinton was illogical, and this is why I say that. And people, because I got a lot of shit from people that are like super pro #I'm with her, and I'm like, look, man, she didn't support gay marriage until 2013. Do you know how crazy that is? Until 2013, Hillary Clinton was saying that she believes that marriage was between a man and a woman. It was a sacred union, and it should be protected. So it's one of two things. Either she actually believed that, or she was in bed with people who were forcing her to behave that way or say that. Or she thought that she had to say that in order to get elected.
Either way, you're not getting the
Either way,
authentic
no.
person.
No. You can't be a part of that.
I attended my first gay wedding in